The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser-cut dice towers, tokens, and more developed by a gamer for gamers and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts.
So you're saying it's kind of like magic. I just talk right there and people hear it?
Yes, Malkern, that's exactly right.
So kind of like the message cantrip. I just learned that.
That's true. Let's think about it that way. You speak, and then kind of like group message. Lots of people can hear it all at once.
Well, all right. I guess we should talk about what we were going to talk about.
Yep, let's go ahead. What do you got?
Well, I just want to thank all the folks out there that's been listening around the campfire or wherever you listen to our story, and it sure has been exciting. So, thank you. And what's the word? All right, subscribing and also liking and sharing and giving us a rating, anywhere from 1 to 5 jackalopes.
Stars, Malkern, but I like jackalopes. That's good. I'll see if we can figure that out.
Well, yeah, I just, supposing.
Okay, very good, very good. Anyway, anything else that you want to say before we wrap up?
Nope, just thank you all very much, and I'm going to go see what kind of trouble Xonimus has gotten into while I've been over here, and we'll go. One last thing, Brooke.
Yes, sir?
You seem awful familiar.
You know, Malkern, I don't doubt that you feel that way a lot.
Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gideon Block, a paladin of Daga, bringing her justice to the wilds of Ritoya.
I'm Konnor Shenold, and I play Konnor with a K, the kobold sorcerer who's finally out of the bag.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Xonimus Dinar, a roguish warlock controlling his fate with chaos.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Poppy Tealeaf, a highborn halfling druid who has forsaken her family for the call of the frontier.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Mokrin Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer wielding his arcane gifts to delve into the mysteries of the wilderness.
And I'm Ash King, your dungeon master. Join us now for Tales from the Callban Frontier. The 5 of you are currently seated in the main room of the Long Rest Hotel, having been enjoying some breakfast before you finally set out into the frontier. In addition to that, you have been going over the information that you have, comparing some notes between the journal of Avery Amors and the vision quest that Xonimus had very recently undertaken. Several entries pop out, but none so prominent as this. Entry 4. Today, we uncovered 4 more murals deeper in the complex. Each one was labeled as a key guardian. The second showed an elf riding a Pegasus while a whirlwind chased them through the skies. The elf appeared fearless and unafraid of the danger, laughing at the possibility of his death. How does that make you feel, Xonimus?
Makes me feel like a little worm on a big hook. Yeah. Boy, Coyote sure knew what he was doing, didn't he?
Xonimus, why's this got your attention?
When I was having my vision quest, I was helped and saved by an elf on a Pegasus that I was told by Coyote to find, and I didn't understand why.
Who is this elf?
Iapyx was his name. He was imprisoned on this ship, imprisoned by the Emperor's princess. I think he was a worker. Most of the prisoners there were workers. They were kept in cells when they weren't needed. I don't know if he specifically was imprisoned as a worker or for other reasons. I believe other reasons now that I see this connection. Dark blue skin, long white hair. But I want to say he had a bow and arrow? Yeah. He was a good fighter. A good companion to have. He knew exactly how to take the ship down, and yeah, he was fearless, like this says.
It sounds like these guardians might have been the ones that helped bring down the Empire of the Eternal Flame. Maybe this Iapyx was one of them.
Well, now my head is just twisted of, was I witnessing something that already happened, or did I make that happen? Did this toy of the princess actually free those who were in prison, including Iapyx, and help him? Or was that me? Did Xonimus help free one of the guardians that took down this empire?
Yeah, it sounds a little wibbly wobbly, I guess.
A little timey-wimey.
Yeah.
Konnor, look at this. Look at this word right here. It says each one is a key guardian. In Draconic, is that key like as in guardian of the key, or key as in like important?
It's not a one-for-one direct translation.
I gotta learn some Draconic. It's interesting.
Sure, yeah, I'll teach you some. It'll take you a while to pick it up. It's a hard language to learn.
I think we need to find out about your airship there, Xonimus, and find out what might have happened to it. Now, I think we've got a destination. Did we get a compass?
You don't need a compass. You got me. I'm a stinking druid.
That is true.
Hey, Gideon?
Yeah.
Do you remember when we all first met up? Prestidigitation, smell of carnival in the air.
If only we had smelled.
Hold on, and a little tear started.
All those so many days ago.
Yeah.
Last
Tuesday, yeah.
And we went to the carnival. Do you remember after my shootout with the sharpshooter, we went into a tent and listened to a story? Do you remember that?
I do. I remember the shaman.
Do you remember...
I just looked down at the shaman. I remember the
storyteller.
storyteller.
Do you remember the description of the story? Do you remember how the storyteller looked? Insert flashback of descriptive voiceover for Asher. Not quite human.
Well, it was Dragonborn.
Not quite dragon. They were very, very tall.
He was Dragonborn.
And it's set by a fire that they kind of made dance and move as they told their story.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you remember that?
The shadows long in the tent,
trying.
the firelight glinting.
No, I know exactly.
Of the brassy scales.
What tree are you barking up?
Of this dragonborn storyteller, speaking to you of ancient tales of Thundercrack.
That's very clear.
The guardian of the desert.
Very clear in my head. So, because that was one of Mockrin's favorite moments. So,
you guys were at a circus?
Yeah, it was. It was research.
It was the gunfighters of the Caliban frontier, and happened to be a storyteller there that fairly well fits the description of this last mural that was found at this temple.
So we look at these four things. We got this orc shaman, and then we got Xonimus's flying Pegasus guy, and then this fourth one here is what seems to be a dragonborn, but this one in the middle with the strange giant bringing a drink of water to his lips.
A huge blue creature with shaggy fur and impressive tusks.
In the north, there are things called Goliaths.
And they would have shaggy fur creatures in the north that nature tried to help keep them warm.
I ain't got no idea about that.
Your book say anything about creatures?
It's just regular animals we've previously established. It's just like deers and stuff. It's not any kind of magical animals. It's just regular animals.
But, okay, hold on. Just reel it back in.
I would say, give me a nature check.
Okie pokey. Dirty 20.
So, you have heard, with some of your book learning, tales of ancient creatures. Mm-hmm. So, some theorize that there used to be these massive animals called mammoths.
I don't think they exist.
That sounds pretty familiar. They had the big tusks and the long snout and some shaggy fur.
Blue common?
It's because it's cold on us.
But mammoths, yeah, that's what that sounds like.
Okay, reel it back. You guys met a dragonborn?
Right, we actually...
We met a couple of them.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Where at? What?
Well, the first one was at the gunfighters of the Caliban frontier, the circus, and the storyteller told us about Thundercrack. And the second time was in the Temple of Nightmare as one of the guardians.
You mentioned the Temple of Nightmare, and Konnor's head just whips around to glare very obviously at Xonimus. And I'm just like... The one you didn't take me to?
Hey.
I could have met a dragonborn there?
Hey.
Another kobold's one thing, but another a dragonborn?
Yeah, well, it's whew.
Now, actually, but if we're talking about a dragonborn, human nor dragon, instead of thinking about the storyteller, I think we might be talking more about the guardian of the Temple of Nightmare.
The only thing missing there is the hammer with the grip, but the fire and the flame, it's just the whole fire thing is what makes me think of the. You all are making hand gestures. Excuse me.
Flames on the side of my face.
Yeah.
From Clue.
The fire, the vortex of fire, and the flames licking at the et cetera, is making me think of the storyteller, because the Dragonborn, the most memorable feature was that he stood there, really still.
Well, he wasn't standing.
No, he was sitting.
Or sitting.
Because he was very old.
Yeah,
yes, the Dragonborn that you met at the Caliban Gunfighters was very, very aged.
I was talking about the one that was at the temple. He was just standing there.
Well, yeah. Well, the temple, it was a priestess.
Oh, right.
It was a black Dragonborn priestess.
Mm-hmm.
She had a staff, yes, but no hammer.
The storyteller was his magic similar to mine in that just making the fire do fun stuff, or was it closer to like Konnor?
Give me a retroactive Arcana check.
Okay.
Here's an Arcana check from 3 days ago.
Oh no, bad. But I think my Arcana's okay. So 13.
You get the sense it was more divine.
Okay.
Okay. Aside of who looks like what, and were they as skinny as they are in this picture, or as old as they were in the description, I died out there, and I still don't understand how I came back from that. I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm talking about years ago.
Right.
And I mean, it was a shaman that found me. So.
Well, we're talking about something that lasted, having thousands of years ago. I mean, Konnor, how long did Dragonborn live?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong kobold here. I don't know.
I got what you just did. I don't know.
Okay.
How long does this species live? I don't know. You're asking this species here.
Well, I know, but because you might know, do I know how long Dragonborn live?
I would say no, because they are kind of, again, Dragonborn and kobolds, kind of mythic figures.
Okay.
You don't see them too
Did I
often.
read a teenage girl romance novel that featured Dragonborn?
No, they wouldn't be seen as very romantic.
Well, I do know how long orcs live, and I do know if you were picked up by an orc shaman, that'd be fine, but they're not going to be the same one that lived back when your friend Iapyx was living.
I'm picked up by an orc shaman. Poppy is guided by a deity. I've just been called on by Coyote. Before I even begin with you and the star, and I motion over to this possibly mythical creature before us with a K. What's going on?
It's obviously lineage. Like, there's not the same creatures, Gideon, but like...
Lineage.
That's what I said. The lineage.
His accent's funny.
Could you say it in Dwarvish?
Kuskay.
Oh, I was expecting of course, the lineage is what I got.
That's totally what I should have done. Dang it.
The proper lineage of the Dragonborn would be...
Lineage. Okay, so Poppy's ancestor was someone that knew Gideon?
Whoa.
Well, not necessarily, but the ones in the book, like here in the journal, right?
What dots are you trying to connect?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out that too.
I'm trying to figure out if there are dots.
I think we just need to leave right into the books and just go. We've been here too long.
Yeah, I think it's lunchtime. No. I think Connor's about right, though. I think really we need more clues.
You can speculate all you want, but the only answer is got to be out in the
We
frontier.
need to get the rest of the journal from Wiley.
We got to go back to the stables and get our stuff and head out of here.
Finally.
Can you go pack all that stuff up, and I'll be there in just a moment?
Yeah, Konnor, you want help?
Sure. You guys can... I want to go talk to Jubilee real quick.
If they're awake, I'm sure they would love to talk to you.
Yeah, if they're awake.
Yeah, I must say, they seem a little tired, a little weather worn, but they're up.
First off, again, thank you so much for everything you've given to us.
Thank you, Gideon.
It's funny, when I came by to your place just the other day when we found you missing, the main reason I came over was because I'd been sent over by Hannah's boys I was looking for a guitar. When I was married to Karen, I used to play guitar for her. I hadn't picked up a guitar since she died. And I'd like to play again. And so I tried to check with Hannah. They don't have a guitar, and they sent me over to talk to you. Maybe you might have one I could buy from you. I just something that I'd like to pick it up again and start playing.
Give me a minute. Jubilee heads over, pulls up the trapdoor under the stage, jumps down. You hear some rustling, some rattling, random noises. You think you hear like a drum just like roll off somewhere. Found it! And then they heft themselves back up through the trapdoor, bring to you it's a little older, but it's still passable. Jubilee hands over this acoustic guitar.
I give it a little strumming. It is way out of key, but...
You'll have to give it a little tender love and care, but...
What do I owe you?
How about a kiss?
I would not say no to that.
And Jubilee just holds up their cheek and just taps it.
Jubilee, you're a pretty amazing person.
I do my best.
I hope our paths cross again.
We'll see. Gideon Block.
Take the guitar and head on out. How are we doing on packing up stuff?
Probably about that time because it was all still in the cart. We just had to hook the horses up.
Before we go, I'm going to drop off my letter to my dad and Anarchy's badge. And I'm also going, this is going to sound real weird, but I need you to bear with me. So who would I get the feeling, there's not a post office, so who would I give this to put in the mail?
The train station.
Should I give it to Melissa?
What it is that, so basically the Dwarven Rail Line, they help out with mail service, so you can leave it with the station. It's early morning, and there actually is a train that has come in. You actually do see Marshal Walker and Mordecai.
Oh yes,
they've got their prisoners, and they're getting them all situated for the journey to Junction City. Marshal Walker actually spots you and just tips her hat as she steps into the train car.
I give her a sup head nod. So I got my little box. I have Anarchy's badge in there. I've got my letter in there, and I wrote the letter, so I'm going to tell you what it says.
I was hoping so.
Oh, good.
To my father, it has come to my attention that your thirst for power has caused you to pursue me after I removed myself from your influence. This course of action has proven non-profitable for you. I was forced to dispatch your mercenaries in a violent and bloody manner. I have returned Anarchy's badge to you after giving him a proper burial, and I have no plans of ever returning to Venturus, your influence, or the Tea Leaf family. I am venturing into the wilds where I am called by She Who Weeps. I encourage you to keep your mercenaries close to home, where they are safe. Warm regards, Poppy. And then in my little box, on a little bench, I put the box, and then I'm going to take my sword out, which we have flavored to just be a human-sized Bowie knife, but I'm small, so it's a sword. Yes. And I'm going to take a hold of the end of my braid and just cut it off, so Poppy's hair kind of falls around her chin, and put my braid in the box. Box up that box, put that box in another box, and I'll smash the box with a hammer. No, I will give the box to the outgoing mail bag.
All right.
And address it to Alistair Tea Leaf.
Okay, you do that. You look around at the rest of us who are all slack-jawed.
No, not all of us.
Yeah, not all of us.
I'm like...
What is this hair? Why is it so important?
And then I just drop back. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, Poppy's ready.
Well, I'm very proud of you.
I'm still standing there like an orc looking at a new rail line. What?
You know what? We need to get you a tattoo.
You see Jubilee leaning against one of the support beams of the porch. Oh, honey, come here. Come here.
She's gonna even that out for me.
Yeah. Jubilee goes and
they're gonna
grabs a pair of shears and sits you down.
It's gonna be a raggedy haircut with just.
When Jubilee's doing that, I'm gonna go over to Gideon and I'm gonna say, "A mountain crumbler."
Yeah.
The one that we've talked about.
Yeah.
She just dealt the biggest blow been dealt from the most powerful man today.
Yeah.
I'm processing this in a dwarven way.
Is she no longer a tea leaf?
I think she's given up on being a tea leaf.
She's no longer her daddy's girl.
She cut her hair plumb off.
Wow, this tea company must be really important.
Well, I think she just told them that they're not.
Okay.
That it is not important anymore. And
So confused all the time.
Poppy is now just Poppy.
Yeah.
With a really cute new haircut.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. It's like a nice little blunt bob.
Come on, Pixie. Poppy.
All right.
If you're gonna go Fae, you gotta go full Fae.
Poppy the druid.
Full thing.
Mm-hmm.
You ready to get out of here?
Of course.
Everyone's
Yeah,
saddled
we're
up.
good to go. Yeah, let's go.
Bolts up.
Wait on
Connor's been in the
Old man.
cart for a while, just waiting on y'all.
Yeah, you guys are in the cart. We got
Checking that imaginary watch.
Buttercup and
Thistle.
and we decided Buttercup is on the cart.
On the cart.
right.
You're riding Thistle. You're riding
Wildfire.
And I got Thunderstep. Let's rock and roll.
Hey everyone, it's Brooke. Pardon the pause in the action, but we at Red Dirt D&D are just so thankful for all of you who help keep this train rolling into the Caliban frontier. Please consider joining us as a Patreon member of Red Dirt D&D. Even if it's just $5 a month, it'll help us continue with the great sound effects, commission theme music for some other characters. It gives bonus content like the behind-the-scenes roundtable. And of course, other levels give you access to the Discord server, some great swag, and much, much more. Thank you to our special friends Nightmare and Germbot and Dan Demented, Tina, Carla, and others who've joined us at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. And everybody, please remember to post that review of Red Dirt D&D to your favorite podcast feed and share us with your friends and all over social media. We couldn't do this without you, and we thank you so much. Now, let's get back to our story.
Finally, after what feels like
6 months or
forever,
so.
you leave the last stop. Looking back on the town as it wakes up from sleepy night, it's a little bittersweet as you leave behind the friends that you have come to love and care for. But the frontier beckons, the wide, open expanse, the glorious sky above. Your course, due north. Heading out towards the pillars, trying to skirt around to avoid the sandworms as best as possible. I will need someone acting as leader and navigator to give me a survival check. Everyone points at the kobold, not even knowing if the kobold has survival.
I mean, my survival's pretty good.
I was going to say, I think someone who actually has, because yours is...
I do have survival, but it's based on wisdom, so...
I've never been around here.
Mine's based on shooting first.
Because I don't have any survival, so...
Oh, okay. Do you have survival,
Yes.
Poppy?
That's going to be a 21.
21.
Yay!
All right. You do not
Wildfire scouting ahead.
get lost. You do not get lost, and you are able to successfully avoid the layers of any sandworms that may still be lurking about.
That makes sense because I saw him first.
You recognize the signs, the track marks that come from these creatures burying under the earth with those big spines. But
Creepy.
it's going to be a several-day journey towards wherever this dwarf may be hiding out.
Can we find that one place where we camped at the first? Oh, it's gonna be too much further.
That would be super close to the pillars.
Yeah,
We're trying to go
okay,
around.
let's get past that.
Yeah.
When we camped there, the worm got us. That's the
And that's
problem.
where the worm came from. First day, no problem. Headed out, finally getting started. You come to your first actual night in the frontier. Setting up camp, getting the horses a chance to rest, yourselves a chance to rest. Who's standing guard? Because you are no longer in civilization.
Right.
I am the only person who does not have any ability to see in the dark. So I can keep an eye on anything the campfire lights up, but that's about it.
I don't think I...
Oh,
Wildfire probably can.
this is more you and I territory. You and I both can't cover the whole night.
Yeah.
But Mokrin can do dark vision. So.
Yeah. If we split up the night into, we still split.
We've been out here before.
I can listen real carefully.
But if we still split the night up into 4, the 4 of us can.
Well, I have wildfire. We can do it. I'm just saying.
So I'm good to go for any shift in the night because I'm good to go.
Yeah. And as half elves, we only need 4 hours of actual sleep, and the rest of it can be.
Everyone's going to blow all my spells right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to stare off into space for 10 minutes. I'm good to go again.
Yeah. So I would say let's just do it individually, or do we want to split it up and do 2 people per?
We're a day away, so probably just
shorter one each.
Yeah, one
individual
each.
Shorter.
Yeah.
So 1 each shift, so probably about an hour and a half each.
Yeah.
So, who's taking what shift?
I'll take first.
First last.
Last watch.
Gosh, put your monster book down.
Actually, no. Poppy, you take first.
Okay, because it's lightest.
Bingo. And then I'll take second.
And I'll take third because that will let the caster sleep longest time.
Longest.
Yeah.
I'll take the last. Or
I
the
will
fourth.
hang out with my flim blade.
I got to sleep in.
Can you put that out so I can sleep, please?
The campfire right there.
So I'm gonna make.
You went fourth.
It's a little bit of a pentagram here. 1, 2, 3,
If there
4,
is
5.
if there is a 5th watch, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can have daylight.
So, Poppy, give me a perception check.
Give me a 16.
The first shift passes peacefully.
Oh, I didn't think about that. If the shift is less than 2 hours, I could just turn into a creature that can see in the dark.
And fly.
Or actually, it's 3 hours now because we love
and sting. You can fly now, right?
First shift passes. Passes quietly.
That's
You hear
lovely.
the sounds of the frontier. Who's up second?
I'm second. Perception, correct?
Yes.
15.
15? Okay. So, you don't notice anything. But, Poppy,
What?
as you are sleeping,
No.
well, actually, no. So, I need everybody.
Nice.
Give me
Evil's attracted to that.
a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my
Mokrin, you
gosh,
have advantage
So
because it's
do
poison.
we
Hold
have
on. Is
disadvantage?
anybody within 10 feet of me? Are we all kind of camping together in this 10-foot radius?
I'm sure we are.
We need to
Yeah. So everybody add +3 to your Constitution save,
Nice.
including even if you're on a because you
But
get it
we're
from
not
me.
at disadvantage if we're...
No, because it's
If
just
the
a con save.
Constitution's the same,
Yeah.
whether you're asleep
It's not,
or awake.
yeah.
Okay, it's not bad.
39.
30, 19. Okay, you pass.
14.
Pass.
Okay. and then
24.
Pass.
Modified.
19.
19. Pass.
Modified 25.
25. Pass. Okay. So, all of a sudden, Gideon, as you're sitting there watching, trying to watch the frontier, trying to see anything, you don't see anything at first. And as you all are sleeping, this fog just rolls in. And the area around your camp, it's a big 40-foot radius, heavily obscured. And you just hear this dark chuckle. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yay.
Oh my goodness.
No. Do I have something to do with this fog? Oh well, probably not.
Listen, my dice hear the word initiative and they say,
There we
low
go.
rolls? Yes.
We're asleep.
I did learn my
Say,
lesson.
These creatures got a pretty dang good stealth check, so they snuck up on y'all.
I did learn my lesson from the harpies and packed something better than walking day spell.
All right, Xonimus.
15.
Konnor.
Connor's still waking up. That's a 5.
Uh-huh. Gideon.
21.
Someone's awake.
11.
11.
For Mokrin.
Okay.
I also got an 11.
11. Who has the higher dex modifier?
3 decks.
Mine is also +3.
You want to go first or second? Or we can roll off.
You can roll off, or I would leave it up to player choice.
I got an 11.
I got 6.
Hey!
I was waiting for another 11.
That would be hilarious. Just gonna keep rolling off.
The whole episode is just us rolling for initiative break.
Okay. These creatures utilize their surprise round to discharge this poisonous fog. So we will just roll into Gideon.
So am I seeing something?
Yes, you see, well, the area is heavily obscured, so I would say you could probably see a vague shape, but but you're still at disadvantage until you find a way to disperse this fog.
Well, free action is let everyone know something's up. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Ding, 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 ding. Wake up!
Let's cast magic weapon on my revolver.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's because that's an action. So.
Okay.
And yelling out, we're under attack. Something's up.
All right. Xonimus.
Was gonna prestidigitate some wind blowing, but it's just a little puff of wind.
It's
Not a
one little
clear
spot.
area. Like a blow out a candle, but don't blow away fog. So
No. Oh, and also, Gideon, I will need you to make another Constitution save.
Gotcha.
Because you are still in the fog.
Yep. Oh, that would be a 23.
Yeah, you're good.
is our fire still burning?
Yes.
Okay. Is it obvious which direction is out?
Because it's a 40-foot radius around you guys. So
We could have been taking up too much of that radius.
I'm gonna say you're all like in the fog.
Right.
And it's difficult to tell which way is out because it's heavily obscured.
Okay. I'm going to wake up and think logically that the person furthest away from me, based on what I'm really going to think this too, really kind of hard. It's weird. So I lay down and I know that someone was across from me. I'm going to wake up and go the opposite direction of the person that was across from me.
Okay.
My full movement, and am I still in the fog?
If you move back, your full movement would be a 30-foot movement. Yeah, if you move back, you are outside of the obscured area of the fog.
I'm going to do that and then drop into stealth.
Okay.
And can I see anything once I'm out of it?
Go ahead and give me a perception check at disadvantage.
My disadvantage is a 4.
It's hard to make heads or tails because again, it's a very centralized area of fog, but it is obscuring and you're not seeing anything outside of the fog.
Right, okay. I'm going to drop into stealth,
Okay.
and start making my way around the fog.
Okay.
Until I see or hear something.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you've got
You
your full
wanna-
movement,
you wanna
and so
check?
give me your stealth check, and then you can start moving around it next turn.
So that is 10 plus 2, but plus 3, because that's my charisma bonus, so 15.
Gotta love that sneaky coyote pact.
Cool.
So what was the full
15.
total? 15. Okay. Yeah. So 15. You're sneaking around, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
It's time for my beasties. And you hear a voice in your ear, Gideon, as something creeps up behind you to attack you. Ah, delicious. Delicious. Man flesh.
So crazy.
And something attempts to bite you. It'll be a modified 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Jesus crackers. That'll be 7 points of piercing from this bite.
All right.
And then a couple of claws
Oh,
come in. First one will be a 24 for 11 points of slashing. And the other one will be a 26
oh my gosh.
for 16 points of slashing.
Oh, biting hand claws. It's quite cool.
Hey.
Bygones.
And that'll be it for the beast in the fog. Poppy.
Wake up. Like, ah!
Grab a brush and put a little makeup.
And I can't see anything because it's all foggy and I'm choking on this fog. And lucky me, one of my walking day spells is coming in handy. So I'm going to cast Gust of Wind.
Yeah.
Yay!
A line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blasts from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot. This gust disperses gas, vapor, and it extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames in the area. So I'm going to point it not at the fire.
Yes, good idea.
So anywhere that's like not that I hear a commotion, maybe I don't know where I am in conjunction.
Yeah, you just heard me scream.
But I just heard him scream. So if the fire's not between me and the screaming, then I'll point it at the screaming. I would have been sleeping next to Xonimus, I can tell you that right now.
Roll me percentile.
Oh, come on, big money.
We're going to need a new Makran.
41.
So, accidentally,
Oh no.
because of this heavily obscured fog,
Yes.
you blast Konnor.
But it's fresh air.
Oh,
It's your initiations.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
The
club.
hazing part of joining a new group.
Yes, so again, it's this 10-foot wide blast. So you do disperse some of this fog. In the process, the kobold goes, whee!
Oh, well, you get a strength saving throw.
Oh.
To see if the kobold goes, whee!
Yep. Mine.
K as in kite.
What is, I don't even
That is a solid 15.
I think my spell save is 14. Yeah, it is. So you
Awesome.
save!
Just because it blasted. Ugh.
You dig your
Dropped to
claws
all
into
fours.
the dirt.
Yeah.
If Konnor had hair, it would be just blowing back.
And then I'm gonna remember this time that Wildfire is set to defend himself and to defend me. I'm gonna remember him this time because I forgot last time, but I'm gonna remember.
You manage to blast away a part of this fog, luckily not blowing away one of your companions in the process.
I won't extract my revenge.
And is that all for you, Poppy?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's all I can do.
Makron.
So Poppy and Makrin are clear of this
Well,
gaseous.
Yeah, Poppy is out of the fog,
Poppy
and
Connor.
Connor, with a K, is out of the fog.
You have no idea where.
No idea where
But I saw you get up and move away.
He is the knight.
Heavily obscured, must I remind you. You can kind
You
of
can
see
see-
shapes in the fog, but you can't.
Nah.
It's
So you
didn't
difficult
see
to
me
make
get up
out
and move
who's
away.
who.
Gotcha. As a move action, Makrin's going to stand up and then connect to the weave, but this time to cancel any weave that he feels. Dispel magic.
Okay.
Specifically for
Go
the
ahead and
fog.
give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I will give you this
Oh,
before you do
all right.
that.
It's an 18.
18. Okay. This is not arcane magic.
Oh, it's not a magical.
Yeah, it's not a magical
Okay.
effect.
Very good. Then in that case, he'll stand up as he does so, grabbing his warhammer and being ready. As his action, his skin takes on that cracked earth look.
Oh, okay. The stone
Stone skin or stone.
Excellent.
It has a name,
All right. Is that all for you, Makron?
and that's it. Move, interaction, and action. So
Okay.
stone sorcery.
Gideon,
Okay.
back to you.
Wow, I know. Konnor.
Oh, Connor. So sorry.
There's
I'm part of this group too.
I'm part of this.
Go get him, Tiger.
Okay.
No longer an
I thought a tiger.
Working with
Do I look like a tabaxi to you?
Yeah. Okay. So whatever beast is making this is still obscured by. Okay. I'm going to call forth this, and since most of us are clear of the fog, you see this ball of energy, but it's undulating and just moving weirdly, almost very chaotic. And I'm going to try to hurl it into the fog and see what it hits.
Okay. You will be rolling at disadvantage.
Okay. Potentially, could my pack tactics kick in?
I'd call you friend.
I'm
so
engaged with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say what. So what I will say is yes, that will cancel
Okay.
out your disadvantage.
Okay.
All right.
Just roll normally.
Since you're hearing me scream, an ally is hearing you. You're hearing
Okay.
It's got me.
That is a 12.
Yeah, with a 12, it just goes
Okay.
wild into the fog.
Okay.
Well, my friends, once more, it seems we've gotten into a spot of trouble out on the frontier. A silky, duplicitous voice speaks from the fog. Ah, it's so good to have friends for dinner.
Red Dirt D&D, Tales from the Caliban Frontier is Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Makron Stonechaper, Johnny Payne as Xonimus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, Connor Shenold as Konnor the Kobold, and I'm Michael Cross as Gideon Block. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of tabletopaudio.com and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at reddirtdnd.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word out about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure and subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. We have several giving levels to help us grow up big and strong. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban frontier.